We're down to game number 4. This is now do or die for Genki Amory. We have seen hype plays and the power of the ladies along with all of their skills showing up at 100% right now in the championship. What can we expect in game number 4? A whole lot more of that, that's for sure. But of course, Naisou, we gotta know your thoughts, man. As we wait for the draft to come in, what do you think? Is there anything GK has to change? Or how does Nexplay maintain this momentum?
Dude, honestly, this entire series, we knew it was going to be on fire. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing these, like, intense skirmishes and team fights. And I'm really happy to see it. I think, you know, it being match point here, Genki Amory has to do something with, it comes down to trading those objectives, you know, not making sure that they don't get either picked off or certain summoners are blown before objectives. And, you know, it really comes down to that because as we've seen time and time again, dragon buffs in the hands of certain team compositions can really make a difference. I mean, you know, we did see an elder still there, but it just wasn't enough at that point because at that point NXP was able to be online on every single character that they had, right? So coming into this next game number 4, they're gonna have to put a little bit more focus on those objectives and really kind of playing smart. Maybe we'll see them pull back to more of a steady pace and hopefully to just bring it out and fight these objectives in a full force. But we're really going to have to see, and we're going to get into the draft next, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and once again, pass it over to Y2K to break down the draft.
Pag-ulit ako sa comment section natin eh. Like, ano ba tong mga cases natin? Maingay, buti na ng pogi kami. Anyways, let's go into the drafting. Anong bans natin dito? Boss, Amo. Anong bans natin? Is it the same ban or ano? Hindi pa na-receive yung mga bans eh. So, and
Camille, Diana, Shivana, Jana.
oh, ang ganda ng ano ko. Ang ganda ng ang ganda ng nagsitabig lang yung konsensya ko. Pero yeah, that's the bans. And of course, they want to close it down into this finals. Of course, securing another Kaisa for Chubby. Again, Hellgirl probably hovering for another Fiora, which is super effective. But Ray would be... This is a mid-Gragas? Kung yun nagkakamali. Yeah, it's a mid-Gragas, just in case. But in the other hand, Genki Amory having the Ziggs in their hands instead. Jarvan and Braum. It's still the same lineup na nakikita natin dito. With Slice, Braum, and Ezreal, but Puyo getting her hands off on Akali rather, and Hellgirl answering back with a Garen. So this is a Garen Baron, Gragas mid. So probably they want more aggression when it comes to team fights. Gragas with body slam combo, and of course Lulu and Olaf. Alam natin yan, ang triple H combo with the wild growth, and syempre. Anything can happen pa rin naman eh. When it comes to the team fight, ang major crowd control lang talaga dito ng NXP would be the Gragas body slam explosive ka. Sa kabila naman, we can see still J4 Braum. Ziggs can really deal backline damage, Ezreal as well. Akali with Galio gone, yun lang. So, iniisip ko kasi if Akali will go into the fight, Akali go brut nga kumbaga pagdating sa kanta ng KDA. She will go inside, wait for the Galio. In this case, wala yung Galio, so she might go on her own this time. Pero in this type of situation, I would go for the lineup of NXP because they are more on the skirmishing side. Parang pag na-skirmish sila, alam nila na makakuha sila at least one or may sustainability man sila kahit paano. Pero dito sa Genki Amory, as we can see, they're more, again, on scaling side. But let's see what will happen. Again, we are commencing in game number 4. As we throw it to the casters, of course, Izaq, tama na, Izaq and Naisou.
There we go. You wanted it correctly. You got it, Izaq. There you go, man.
Yeah, well, we got it correct. And now, game number 4. My God, is this a story? Ladies and gentlemen, game number 4. You know, Nexplay Tempest want to seal the deal because it's the signature Olaf being secured by Angela. At the same time, Ziggs Ezreal on GK. This is the poke comp that actually shot them in the foot in a previous series. They're gonna run it down in a do or die scenario, but this time with Fuyu on an Akali. If there's anything we need to keep an eye on, it's the junglers and the top laners, because this matchup has been so sick right now. And yes, the AD carries, the mid lanes, they've been on point, they've been consistent. But who actually brings the cake in? Who brings the cherry on the topping? It's actually how they play together. We're gonna be finding out, but so far, to break it into detail, Naisou, who has the better advantage so far?
In terms of team composition, I like to give it up to GK for their poke composition, because I think poke compositions really do have the potential to perform really, really well, especially around objectives, as we were saying earlier. But NXP, Ray did not get her chance to grab that Ziggs, right? Because it was taken by Hanyu. So we have Ray on the Gragas now. I have a feeling, Ray likes to throw things, like champions that throw things. We have those similar skill sets there, but with a body slam. And I just think that's Ray on this Gragas is gonna be very valuable for NXP. And again, it's such a way, not to mention, paired with Gia's Lulu, Chabi once again can just do everything she needs to do on the Kai'Sa, right? And at the same time, Angelila on this Olaf, the power of Ragnarok to just throw yourself into objectives and, grab, hopefully land that smite, is going to be somewhat of a problem for GK if they can't control that. So realistically, it's going to come down to Sly being able to play well on that Braum, and also Hazel. Once again, Hazel, a battle of the junglers, usually the story here, especially at the start of the game. Hazel's going to have to show up on this Jarvan, especially against an Olaf.
You want to see a beautiful flag and drag going up against Ragnarok himself. Miss Ragnarok has not disappointed. Hazel has been trying to keep up with Angela. We cannot lie. The power of the underdogs, it's there. It's a do or die scenario. Hazel is trying. Angela right now has been queen of the smites, and when it came down to it, Hazel had her shining moment, was able to steal away on Elder. Can we see a replica of that kind of scenario again this time, or will it be Nexplay all the way? We can only wait and see, because there is no battle just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the calm before the storm, because there is no dragon until the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, no dragon yet, but it is going to be up shortly. And, the Vision, the Scuttles are taken there. And what's our first Drake? It's going to be a Clown Drake. So who does that benefit more in terms of speed over here? And I would like to say, realistically, giving that speed to this Kai'Sa, Chabi's Kai'Sa, is going to be very, very valuable. I mean, Ezreal already, Bunzi is very mobile, with a champion himself there. So realistically, NXP wants to take this Drake, and we're going to see a big fight coming out here.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to secure this Drake there. A Smite is going to be connecting, and Hazel is going to secure that. Is that a Smite down for Hazel? Yeah, it's down for a couple of seconds, but I don't think they're going to be starting off this Cloud Drake just yet. They're zoning out right now, trying to get prime position before they start out this dragon. Angela's there at the side. The Ragnarok is ready just in case she needs it. But they're not popping any skills just yet, because even Fuyu is joining the party. Garen is there as well. Hellgirl, hey, usually they're at the top lane. Not this time, though. They're diving on top of Fuyu right now. The Shroud is there. Vape Nation, mag-ingay, andun pa nga. But wait, there's more. The dive is there. There goes the Slay. There goes the Dragon going down, courtesy of Hazel. They answer back with a flag and drag. That is Angela going down along with Chabi off map. Double kill for Akali, while Hazel is being chased down. 3 will go down for the side of GK, but they are caught in no man's land. Look at the positioning here. They might actually catch out Hanyu, but Bunzi smells blood. You could actually go for more, but the safest bet right now is to just back off. 3 for 2 trade. They secure the Cloud Drake. It's not that big of a casualty, but my god, that was a prelude to even more team fights.
Yeah, there we go. And I mean, your first blood was taken there, guys. And the first blood is brought to you by the ePlayment wallet, your digital wallet for gaming and entertainment. And we saw that Cloud Drake, as you said, go to GK. Hazel with a nice smite there, and that's gonna begin to transition over into this Rift Herald coming up in 23 seconds. You can see, you know, the lanes have swapped once again as they set up for that, and Jarvan picking up that GA, you know, ready to make those plays if Hazel needs to. Again, it's really coming down to the smite battle. Also, Angela with the GA online ready to go, because now you see both teams centering around the Rift Herald. Even Hellgirl and Fuyu making their way once again, fighting in the river there, but now we have a Rift Herald fight breaking out.
This is how intense it's been. You know for a fact they just want to keep going at each other. Sly is there to protect Bunzi right now, but the damage is favoring the side of Nexplay. That's a lot of damage dealt already. They use the Glacial Fissure to shove back Nexplay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an uncontested Herald, because the rest of GK are a little too low to actually steal or even attempt a contest. Lots of damage dealt as well by the Mega Inferno Bomb, but it's not going to be enough just yet. Akali though, lots of parties going on there. They catch out the Akali going down. Ray gets the heal, and now Hazel, caught in no woman's land, gets caught out. GA pops. 3 members still there. I don't think they're going to be chasing it. It's just going to be a bird on that GA. 2-4 now. 1 kill. And a Herald to add to next play's titles. 2-4 yet again. Naisou. The intensity.
I feel like this whole series, as I said, it's going to be a fire series all around. You know, I mean, Rift Herald secured there for NXP. And, you know, what it's going to come down to is, again, these plays around objectives. I know I say it time and time again. Objectives are so important. They transition, especially in towards the middle game. And I think you have to go ahead and look at, you know, the next Drake that comes up, Ocean Drake. You know, they have the Rift Herald play now available in their pockets. And realistically, is Genki Amory ready to answer the call here? Because realistically, it's going to come down to those team fights. And here's the thing, you have Gia on this Lulu providing so much support to Chabi, and again, Chabi is just able to do so much damage, not to mention those bonuses from the shielding. You know, Lulu doesn't have much for itemization aside from that lock-in enchant, but she will very soon have some items to help Chabi even more. Now NXP has to secure this next dragon coming up in 30 seconds, and Genki Amory needs to put up a battle for this one, and we'll never know. Maybe Hazel comes in with another smite and grabs that dragon. Again, we've seen it time and time again, dragon buffs being so important, so we're going to see what happens here as the Drake comes up in about 10 seconds.
This is tough right now for GK. They're down 3,000 gold. You can see a lot of pressure on the towers. Everyone's there. They're trying to take down the tower as much as possible so it would crash into the second tier. It's gonna crash in, and now no first tier in the mid lane. 2 towers in favor of Nexplay right now. They're trying to get rid of that Herald. They are likely going to be able to, but it's still going to be connecting onto the tower. While this is all going on, Fuyu is still recalling. She's not there and part of the fight. The dash in, the steal. Hazel coming in clutch yet again. Takes that out, and now the stasis is popped. Angela is caught out. The GA will be popped, and while this is all happening, look at Fuyu go absolutely ham, ladies and gentlemen. Triple, make that 4 going down. If you wanted to answer in style, you got it, because Fuyu is styling on these ladies. Taking out 3, Hellgirl going down as well, and now they are eyeing the bot lane tower.
Fuyu with the finesse on that Akali. That was such a nice play there. And on top of that, again, props to Hazel for going in for that steal. Grabs the Ocean Drake again. 2 buffs for team Genki Amory, and now they're able to pressure these lanes here as they get that gold and they get these items here. They're turning the tides in favor of Genki Amory.
My God. If you could only feel the tension right now. I mean, can you imagine how you'd be feeling in this kind of situation as a player?
Yeah, I mean, it's literally match point, do or die. You know, for Genki Amory, they have to pull something off for this game to stay in the series. You know, stay in the finals, grab it to a 5th game series here. And again, they're doing what they need to do to get themselves there. Fuyu getting a little caught here, no vision there available, but able to get out with the shroud.
Yeah, I think it's fine for Fuyu as well, but you know, if Fuyu gets to find a way to continue doing that, Nexplay are going to be in really big trouble. 2 Drakes are on the side of GK right now. Hazel has come in clutch. They are actually trying to vie for the title, Queen of the Smites. So far, it is the crown of Angela who's been able to do that. Hazel, though, coming in as a close contender. These 2 junglers have been at each other's throats, and so far, you know, the Baron being spawned in means that they could try to go for a bait play and take out the jungler so that they could take this Baron. But it's a big risk, and no one wants to take that risk just yet.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, I think, you know, we need to mention Hellgirl here. Hellgirl playing Garen, one of the most basic champions on the Rift, but at a 4-1-0, has the items that she needs to be online there, especially with that Force of Nature, because there's a lot of magic damage over on GK, and she's able to push these lanes, hopefully, and stay alive for her team, because right now, Hellgirl's really making a difference in keeping NXP in here as her team slowly farms up, gets their items, and hopefully comes online soon.
Yep. Hellgirl and Fuyu, it's actually going to be coming down to them, but something to add to that, look at the matchup between Hanyu and Ray Ray. They're both 004. The gold is pretty tight. Both these mid laners are trying to one-up each other, and with, you know, with the bombs being thrown out, the barrels being thrown out as well, it's just so tough. They're put in the same exact situation. Choppy, though, trying to spot out Hanyu here. They might actually catch out Hanyu. 2-shot barrage gonna be connecting out to Choppy. Choppy's gonna be running away. The Ragnarok has been committed. No Ragnarok with Angela. The stun is there onto Garen. And then the explosive cast brings Hazel closer to Ray Ray. The barrels are there, but it's not stopping. Fuyu's popping, chasing after this Gragas. It's not gonna be there, though. They're trying to zone out. They're trying to stop the fight. The Cataclysm is connecting, and then a flash away. They know that Choppy's back at full health. They cannot force it out. That's a lot of summoners being burnt, a lot of resources being committed by GK. 10 seconds on the clock, and who, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be able to take this Mountain Drake? Well, Naisou, what do you think?
I mean, like, these are such good skirmishes again, you know, such an even fight across the board, and now we have a Mountain Drake up, right? And again, GK with 2 dragon buffs already. NXP knows, hey guys, we need this. Hey girls, we need this dragon. You know, we kind of need this dragon buff here, even if it's a Mountain Drake. And so they're going to go ahead and initiate on this. But again, we have them just around the corner. Can they get it? Here we go. We have the initiation. All the Glacial Fish here in the water. They got it again. Once again, the steal. Everybody getting so low here, but the Killer Instinct popped by Chabi. Chabi's still in the back lane, able to do so much damage, getting Hazel down. The stats is coming down from Angela, the triple. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This steal from Hazel, but unfortunately, 3 members going down, and this could transition into a Baron. Or not. They're too low.
Ray Ray, again.
Ray
When
Ray.
we said that it was even, Ray Ray says, what you talking about? I'm gonna take a triple in this one. But here's the thing. There's a triple on the Grag. That's great. Leandri's done. Rabadon's is there. The stasis is up. Perfect. You have what you need as a Grag. You can add a little more, possibly Infinity Orb if you want to go full on damage, or if you want to survive even further, you could go that route as well. But now, the running story here is, even if Nexplay Tempest are winning, and they're having a really good performance at the moment, they have a 1k gold lead, 2 towers being taken, it's still 3 dragons on GK. These dragons are gonna amount to a whole lot going into the later stages of this game, and Nexplay sure as hell know that.
Not to mention, it's an Elder Infernal is the next one. You know, Elder Infernal with the true damage, with the extra damage buff. They cannot. NXP might slightly be in the lead right now, but if they give up that Elder Infernal coming up, and they could spell disaster for them, you know, because again, the buffs are really beneficial for any team. But when you're talking about a 3 buffed team plus an Infernal, Elder Infernal, mind you, that is just so much damage, and Bunzi is already pumping out the damage on that Ezreal. Fuyu on the Sakali. What more? Okay, here we go. Fuyu.
Yeah, they might actually catch out Fuyu here. That is the Shroud gonna be committed. Flash away. Is Fuyu staying alive right now? Hellgirl was actually thinking about it while this is all happening. 2 members down with Nexplay. Bot side? Sure. Let's start off this Baron. That's a lot of damage onto Hanyu though. Uh-oh. This could be bad news. Glacial Fizzer's there. And Angela again stealing the Baron away. And now GK running away from this. Can they actually survive it? That's Angela going down. They answer with a kill of their own onto Hazel. GK is gonna be able to take out Gia as well, and while Fuyu is still here on the top side, Hayu's trying to run away. The damage is way too much. 3 members go down. The Baron is there, and Nexplay, they are trying to put the nails in the coffin. They have 1 nailed in. They are going for more. The Baron buffs are real. You have 3 Drakes under your belt, GK, but a Baron empowered minion is gonna be a little too hard right now. They're knocking and knocking on these towers. They're taking it down slowly. No one's been able to stop Chabi right now, and Chabi's key pick on Hanyu negated that Ziggs, and Ziggs right now is still down. The tower mid lane goes out. Nexplay back off. They got the win that they wanted, and all of a sudden, Naisou, that gold lead just shot up with 6 towers out.
Man, like, the momentum totally just shifted. As I was mentioning, you know, the dragon buffs and everything, but NXP with the play there, and we gotta give it up to Hellgirl on this Garen as much as possible. I mean, Garen just able to just be such a front line. I mean, look at the itemization on the Garen. You have that Thornmail, you have the Force of Nature, you have even the Gargoyle enchant. You have so much tankiness there and upfrontness, and just able to cause such a wreck for Team NXP here. And now the Elder's up. They know they can fight this. They still have Baron for a little bit longer, and there you go.
Oh no! Oh no! They got what they wanted! They got Fuyu! Slides down as well! That's 50-second death timers! And even Bunzi's gone! They smell it blood now! This could be the GG! Only 2 members left! They need to shove the lanes out! They are pretty low as well! But that was a huge pick! They took out Fuyu. They can go for the GG or go for the Infernal. Either way, it could be good. High risk, high reward. They're not gonna risk it. They wanna make sure that they stay it safe. They stay it big. They are going for this Infernal Drake Naisou.
Yeah.
And that was a catastrophic error. If GK could make one, that is the mistake we do not want to make. If Fuyu slide and Bunzi go down, you already know all of the power coming in from GK just burn out.
Yeah, I mean, they had to go for that Infernal. They couldn't give that Elder over to Genki Amory. If they did, it would have been a possible disaster for NXP. But right now, everybody on NXP is playing their part. They're playing it so well. You know, and at this point, Genki Amory can't keep up. They just can't keep up, because even with these buffs, there's just so much more fighting potential on NXP right now. And at this moment, they're going to go ahead and try to end this game and end the series.
This is a situation where we just do not know what could happen. It's looking pretty inevitable right now for Nexplay Tempest, because they have an Elder Infernal. Not gonna lie, that's a whole lot of hurt. But that pickoff, that was huge. It turns all the momentum into the favor of Nexplay, and you're seeing Chabi just deal so much damage. They're gonna be able to take out that tower, and there is still a second tower here in the bot side. So it's no problem just yet, but 2 lanes are already being pushed in. I do not know if they can contest this, but they're gonna need to. This is second Baron on top of Nexplay Tempest right now with an Elder Infernal. Whoever's tanky sure as hell isn't right now, because that true damage is gonna stack up eventually. If GK can pull this off, this is going to be huge for the underdogs. The Demolition Judgment is already committed. Hellgirl is a little too far ahead though. They're dealing a lot of damage onto the Garen, but Garen's gonna be able to run away. The rest of Nexplay are there. Chabi's chasing after the Ziggs, and Ziggs is gonna go down. Wild Growth is committed onto Chabi at the moment, and while this is happening, no damage at all coming out from GK just yet. They were able to shut out Nexplay, but look at the tower bot side. They might actually take a tower out there. Gragas is going to be coming in to try to go for the defense, but it might be a little too late. That tower could go down and it's been taken out. That's one inhibitor tower out. Hazel is there. They're going to try to go for the contest at the Baron. It's 2v4 right now. Hazel's under tower. The explosive cast is not anywhere near, but it's okay. That's a Baron taken out. Nexplay has been able to secure it. They are so close to the championship. They're falling apart like flies, GK. GK are trying, but the base is already in shambles. Ladies and gentlemen, Nexplay have done it. They are your champions for Liga Adarna Women Rising. If there are ladies who could rise, you have seen Nexplay rise to the occasion. They have done it. They sealed the deal. Congratulations, Nexplay Tempest.
Victory!
What a game! What a series! And there we go, Izaq. Holy moly, man! Like that was such a well played. And again, I have to give it up to Hellgirl on that Garen, just showing that even the most, champs like Garen can make a huge difference right there. So, props to NXP. Congratulations. We're going to break down this game a little bit for you guys. We're going to go ahead and pass it on to my boy Y2K to break down the game for you guys.
Champions! OM golly! Woo! That's a really good game, to be honest. Like, all the contestation, all the steals. Sorry, may belt ako dito. Dito para sa NXP, but still, they're the champions. So, ko lang to. Dito, because this is mine. On this type of situation, para mapapaisip ko na lang na, how did you get into here? You're in the championship, you're in the finals. I mean, being the underdog as a Genki Amory, it's already a big privilege. Especially on this kind of tournament na all girls tournament. You fought one of the best female teams for Wild Rift in the Philippines. I mean, it's a big honor na rin para sa akin yan. Alright, comes to the graph. Mabilis ang graph tayo dito, direct. So look at that graph. With the lead na kinuha dito ng NXP, as you can see, yung mga blown na nakikita nyo sa baba, that's the steal. The 3 steals na binibigay na kinuha ni Hazel, which is contesting for the titles, the Smite Queen. Pero out of nowhere, yung first Baron niya nakita nyo around the 15-minute mark, that's the BR steal by Angela. So still reclaiming her throne on reclaiming her throne para sa Smite Queen. Sorry, I'm lost of words. Napakagandang laban talaga. Okay, so ang advantage siguro nang nangyari dito, sige, direct na tayo. Doon tayo sa characters. So, big advantage talaga dito is one, yung Gragas not necessarily having a lot of like sustainability, but yung burst damage Riri is really good against probably Puyu going inside, or kahit paano si Hazel. If the Cataclysm, you can cancel out the Cataclysm, but in the rare cases, after the Cataclysm, nagdi-disengage sila, which is not a bad thing, but keeping your carry safe. Okay. Hanyu and Bunzi, really good in the backline. Of course, Fuyo going inside, securing the triple early. Akala ko talagang shifting tides na bigla yun on their end. Now, Angela's Olaf. Dalawa lang yan eh. Is Angela's Olaf really getting into your nerves? Angela's Olaf na tipong taga-bato lang ng undertow and just slowing your whole team. Kasi Jaya, napapansin ko, dalawa ang posible yung i-wild growth. Either si Angela o si Chabi. Most of the time, Chabi. keeping Chabi alive is very crucial. Lalo na wala yung Braum. The Braum is in the hands of Sly. Which is, paano yung i-counter si Sly? Get a Lulu, polymorph someone who tries to go nearby your ADC. That's crucial, number 1. Number 2 is, again, disengage and also the burst damage. Ray did a pretty good job on the body slam and the explosive cast combination. Hellgirl, self-explanatory naman yan. Just trying to disrupt everyone from their path, like, disrupt for the position. Kumukuha sila ng objective and Hellgirl is just going into the teams directly. Nakikita nyo, tinatakbo niya papunta sa Genki Amory. Hindi siya yung tipong nakita atras. Hindi. Papasok talaga siya sa loob. She is pretty confident pagdating sa garan niya. Once may napaluman siya na isa, going for the spin, para masisigurado niyang may makukuha siya dun sa Demasan Justice. Pero grabe, all of the things that happened, talagang the wipeout pagdating sa mid, the pick-off pagdating sa around the 18-minute mark, kung di ako nagkamali. Yung pick-off na tatlo doon, it's super crucial. Nagulat lang ako, hindi pa tinapos ng NXP. I mean, I understand you don't want to risk everything kahit dalawa na natitira, but they're all low, and I understand that. They opt in to get the Infernal instead, which is a good thing. And lastly, on that last team fight, Chabi really pressured things. Chabi, Hellgirl, Ray really pressured things. And of course, Angela popping up the Ragnarok, going into the fight, negating as much poke as possible from Bunzi. Kasi nakita ko isang arcane shot, si Ray like 1/4 ang buhay yung damage. Masakit din si Bunzi at this moment. But now, on this moment talagang what better way to celebrate the win of NXP. I mean, congratulations to Genki Amory. Again, the underdogs from the underworld, and yung tinatawag namin. Underdogs of the tournament going to the top. Like from the top dogs. From the underdogs to the top dogs, congratulations. And of course, sa lahat ng mga sumali sa ating tournament, congratulations to all. You're all winners. And of course, that's for my side. Let's get into the casters' final thoughts. And of course, meron tayong mabilisang, I think that's an interview. May mabilis na tayong interview. Let's go back, of course, kay Izaq. Tama na ha? Izaq and Naisou.
Thank you very much, Y2K. And there we go, guys. You have it. You have your champions, God. NXP, Tempest, champions of Liga Adarna. Right there, man.
You gotta feel good seeing that kind of series. It just goes to show it's called Beautiful Wild Rift, ladies and gentlemen, and we see it all here. Liga Adarna, women rising. First off, we gotta give props. All right, GK, complete underdogs coming out of nowhere. No boot camp, no nothing, no whatsoever. We're just here to play. We're just here to have fun. And they went all the way to the finals.
Yeah, they
props.
did.
And it's not easy to face off against one of the greats. This is Nexplay Tempest. Job. This is no joke of a team that you're gonna need to face off against, and they stood toe to toe. It could have been one mistake from Nexplay and they would have fallen apart. Nexplay had to give 100% as well, just as much as GK did. They came up short, but we can only see a lot of promising things from Genki Amory. We will likely see more of them in the future.
For sure.
And my God, congratulations, Genki Amory, for making it this far. You may not have become the champions, but because at the end of the day, Nexplay Tempest reigns supreme. We have seen Chabi just go absolute god mode when it came down. If this was fourth quarter basketball, Chabi went absolutely ham. And with, of course, Ray going absolutely wild off the Gragas as well, the key pickoffs and the little oversteps cost GK huge. And giving Nexplay Tempest an inch, they will take a mile. Congratulations, Nexplay Tempest. You guys have been phenomenal. You made it this far and landed the victory. What do you think about this overall, Naisou?
Overall, a great series, man. And as you said, I would love to see Genki Amory in the future. I mean, they have so much potential there, and there's just so much talent. there's so much talent over there. It was a pleasure to really see Fuyu, Sly, Bunzi, Hanyu, and Hazel all play. And even if they didn't get the win here, I'm sure they're going to meet at NXP again in the future. So I'm really excited to see that. And just an overall congratulations to both team. And again, congratulations to NXP Tempest for winning.
For now, again, Y2K and is Izaq. Batik na magkamali. Izaq! And of course, Naisou. Guys, any thoughts muna tayo doon?
Aside from you being ginormous, ito pala, yan. I had such good fun today. Honestly.
Yeah.
Ang ganda ng
True.
mga laban. Sobrang saya. And this was my first time casting with Naisou!
Actually, it was both time casting with both of you guys, man.
Yeah, first time.
Yesterday with Y2K, today with Izaq. There we go. Also, I'm just gonna say it was my first time. It wasn't my first time doing like a all-female tournament, because I did the Solari Cup, and I saw some of these teams here. Like I saw some of these teams in the Solari Cup, and I got to see them again, and it's just very impressive, as I mentioned earlier. Super impressive to see, these ladies playing at this level, and I think there's so much talent and potential out there, and I really do hope that, props to competitions like this, Liga, Adarna, and just all the sponsors and everything. I hope it continues to grow, man, because it's really a treat to see these players.
Of course, exactly, and probably we will be having some more and more soon. Probably more seasons for Liga Adarna. Syempre, there's a lot that can be learned here. There's a lot of experience, and of course, like Genki Amory being the underdog, came against the top. Really, really, really happy for them. Actually,
it's not a joke, getting this far. It was really, really nice to see Nexplay just style it out. It went all the way to game number 4, but you could only feel na, okay, mabot ang game 4. Intense yung laban. Every single one.
Yeah.
Not just one of them, all of them. It goes all the way down to the semis as well.
Every series,
really, really
actually.
Scary. All of these ladies, they showed stuff. They showed skill, and some of them even better than the male players. And that's why Women Rising. We see a lot of the female players. Who knows? Worlds for females.
Oh,
Maybe
hopefully,
we could see that one day.
Oh, yeah.
My God, that would be so good.
Yeah.
Really, really, really fills my heart that we have this kind of tournament. Like they're not really casting just to give all the action. We're just casting for everyone. Of course, thank you so much for all who watch us. From all to, sorry, I'm really speechless. For all that cheered for the respective teams, for all who really believe in women rising for again Wild Rift, and not only Wild Rift, other games as well. But again, being a league fan for quite a while, it's really heartwarming for me.
Yeah. I mean, I think that can be said for all of us, man. On top of that too, it's interesting and I'm excited.
Seeing the matches then with Rogue as nakatakot na Akali, given all the circumstances, they really reach they really reach to the top of the mountain, but for now they ending up to the 3rd place, but still a pretty good job.
Yep.
Yeah, true. I mean, they're very enjoyable to watch. The whole DR team. I mean, both. I follow both teams. The female team as well as the male team over there. Shout out to Rocks, and they're a great organization, I think, and those players work really hard. As we saw Rogue mention, they practice, they pretty much they play so much scrimmages, solo queue, team queue. They're pretty much playing all day, every day, and to get to this point in the tournament, I'm sure they might have felt like, hey, we could do better, and maybe next time they do, and I'm sure we're going to see lots of DR Hellcats in the future.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not easy, honestly. What they were doing was so much fun to watch as well. We saw them try to pull off no ADC comps. What do you guys think about that? That was great, wasn't it? Karen! Yeah!
Actually, I'm really a fan of Juggernaut meta since like the year that I said 2016, 2017. I'm a Mordekaiser main myself. Mordekaiser is not yet on Wild Rift, pero if nilagay mo yan sa Wild Rift, I will personally use Mordekaiser. The old Mordekaiser. Oh, sorry, the old Mordekaiser. The new Mordekaiser is kind of updated, but the Juggernaut Mordekaiser from the Juggernaut meta, it's really decimating, especially on the ADC duo. This time they managed to pull off the ADC duo, which includes, of course, Garen, which is really good and, of course, eye-opening for the community on probably trying this on their like 5-man scrimmages or somehow solo queues. Use at
Yeah.
your own risk.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting seeing like, teams try different things. It really is, and especially from a caster perspective, and I'm sure as an analyst as well, it's really enjoyable to see things being shaken up, especially because early on in Wild Rift, we had such the same picks being picked because the champion roster was much smaller, and we obviously had better picks than others, but for teams to really try different compositions and champions, is really nice to see, and I think it's really enjoyable too to cast and watch.
It's amazing, honestly. It's really, really nice to
Mhm.
actually see
Mhm.
all of these teams coming up like this. Third
Mhm.
place is still nothing to joke
Mhm.
about. It's gonna take a whole lot for you
Yes.
guys to make it there.
Seeing and hearing the story on how, of course, they started. Now they're facing one of the best.
Yeah.
The best. The
Mhm.
best right now.
The best among the rest.
The best. The best. The best.
The best. The best.
Yo, GK,
Uh,
again, I cannot keep saying this, but honestly, teams have got to respect how far these ladies have come. It's not easy to go, from no boot camp, not being able to see your teammates, not being able to strategize aside from just playing ranked games and scrims
Yeah.
together, and then ending up in the grand finals of Liga Adarna. There have been so many challenges that they had to face to get to this point, and they were able to do it. They could not overcome the hurdle that is Nexplay Tempest. That's a completely different beast in itself. But, getting this far, that's an achievement.
Yeah. I mean, again, they're a team to watch out for definitely in the future. I think with the proper, if they actually get a boot camp and everything and they're able to work together and really solidify that team synergy, I think you're going to see a really top tier team. I mean, they're already top tier, and imagine what they can accomplish with the proper training and given the time.
Yep.
Ay, nakita ko nga sa comment section bootcamp, bootcamp. Soon enough, you will have that one to focus more on your skills, to hone down your skills, and maybe someday you would again face like one of the best female teams again, and you might consider yourself right now one of the best female teams in Wild Rift. Probably to escape that fear, or probably to escape the possible situation. I think more training, of course, need to be more dedicated, and malay nyo, if you face again next play Tempest, malay nyo, di ba?
Malay nyo.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe. What do you
Maybe.
think?
What do you think?
Nakakatawa, no? Sa totoo lang ako natutuwa ako kasi nakakita ko ng players na 10 times better than me and they're female. Like, honestly, hindi joke yung ganun. It's not easy to play Wild Rift, and they make it look so easy. It was so
Yeah.
entertaining to watch just some beautiful Wild Rift today, and seeing high level Wild Rift. It was great.
And yun na nga, maraming salamat sa lahat ng teams sa sumali. All the 16 teams is a winner for us.
Yeah, what a tournament, man! It was really a pleasure to be a part of, to cast, and shout out to you guys and shout out to Liga, Adarna, all the sponsors, all the teams, and again, congratulations to NXP Tempest.
This
Zach,
was nice.
any last words?
Looks like that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, Liga Adarna Women Rising, We're at the end of the road. Y2K, take it away.
There you go. Yeah, thank you so much for all the viewers, of course, our sponsors, and of course, organized. We have ePlayment, esportsph.com, and of course, the Smart Communications Incorporated, and our charity partner, which is WWF, or the Worldwide Fund for Nature. And again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumali, sa lahat ng nanood, and that has been for us. And in behalf of the 7 casters, again, 7 casters po kami, in behalf of Julian Apps, in behalf of Vittorio, in behalf of Giang, Shinbu, and this has been Y2K. Together with me is...
I'm Izaq.
And Naisou.
And we'll see you all in the next leg.